Hey team, it's Wednesday, September the 7th. Better day in the market today. The small cap and mid caps were both up about 2.2%. NASDAQ was up 2%. Standard & Poor's up 1.8%, and Toronto up 0.8%, but not enough to change our model. We're still in a decided downtrend. But if I just take a second here and add on the 8-day moving average onto this chart, that's the line represented in green. You can see that this is the Standard & Poor's. Today's close was very close to the 8-day moving average, and so barring what happens tomorrow or the next day, Thursday or Friday, we could see a slight change in the model. Now, people ask me, it's a good day, but where's the market going from here? And if I knew the answer to that, I'd be a gazillionaire. So I don't, but I can make some educated guesses. And my best guess of where we go from here is, if I draw this out, what we have is we've got headwinds here. We got the 50-day moving average right here, with a lot of supply to the left, which coincides with that. So that's a hard part to get through. And then if we get through that, we still have the 200-day moving average up here, which could provide resistance. And even if it gets through that, we got more resistance at this previous high here. So we got some tough sledding to clear all of this supply over the next little while. But if I had to guess, I'll use a little, what I call my visioning tool. And I envision, oops, that's not a very good line. Something like this. We'll stall a little bit at the 50 moving average. I think we're going to take it out and keep going higher. May stall around here for a bit, and then run into the 200. And then, who knows? We have to prepare for everything. And then when we get back down to this level again, we could find support and bounce back up, or we could crash through. So I draw these things out, sort of plan for it. So this little rally, assuming it continues, I'm not going to get overly excited and think that this is just going to go straight back up here to brand new highs. We got a lot of overhead supply here, and so I'm going to be trading with a relatively short time frame in mind. Just this concept of overhead supply shows up really well. I'll show you a couple of I'll show you all my positions that I have. I only have 6. But contrast the previous chart with this chart. See, you can see here there was some supply. I bought this stock yesterday when it broke this downtrend line. There was a lot of overhead supply here, but it cleared that. And actually, I ended up selling half of my position today. But really, this is a buy for most people, because it's now cleared all of this congestion here, and it's just straight, it could be just straight up from here. I also bought EVH yesterday, and same concept. There's no supply out here. I mean, it gapped up this day and then sold off. So there's a seller up here at $39. But once that supply is taken out, it's clear sailing. So going back to the S&P again, so we got all of this supply here to chew through. If I actually draw a box around this, you got this chunk of supply right here, and that coincides with here. You got more up here. We get through that, and then you got more up here. So the path to new highs is just a whole lot more difficult with a chart pattern that looks like this versus a chart pattern that looks like that. Just a quick on a couple of other positions that I took. ARLP, which was on my focus list for the weekend. I bought it on the break of the downtrend line. It didn't do much today, although it did have a big volume spike on the, but it didn't go down and take out my stop. So I'm still hopeful of this one. Got a fairly tight stop on it. ASAI I also bought yesterday, and it just can't seem to take out this area at $18.60. So there's some seller up in here, but if he or she goes away, then I think we have some clear sailing after that. The stop down here underneath today's low. I also have from a few days ago, Global Partners, bought it this day on the breakout of this trend line, and it's done really nothing much since. It's just gone sideways, so it's done nothing wrong. It just my entry was down here at 28 and change, so I'm up a little bit, but it really hasn't done anything wrong yet. And the last one that I'm in is Harmonics. Bought this day when it broke down. I was in here earlier. It shook me out, and then on the action, I rebought it, and so far it's performing quite nicely. But it's got some overhead supply up here too to chew through. So that's about it. The only other thing that we have to keep in mind is traditionally or historically, September the 6th to October 25th is the worst period during the year for stocks. There's more downtimes and less upside in that period of time. So we also have that going against us. So going to be very careful. Long-term investors should still be in cash, and it's just an environment for short-term trading. Okay, that's it. That's all. Talk to you tomorrow.